place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food, then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends, or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.
And welcome back. Yes, we've got a huge game on this afternoon. I won't tell you about the silly comments that they're making in the studio about yours truly with these magnificent new spectacles that I'm wearing.
Vicar of Dibley. The Vicar of Dibley.
The Vicar of Dibley. See, they're cracking some silly
What did you say? Clark Kent just ate a cow. That's good. I like that.
Yes, actually, Hester. I don't know why I do it, folks, but sometimes it's just so humorous in here that I have to laugh sometimes. Yes, we've got a huge game on this afternoon. It's preliminary final day, and we've got the big clash, the Belpost Hill Panthers, and they take on the... Who are they playing? The Tommy Tigers. And they've got the right, one of those guys, to go out and have a crack at the East Geelong Eagles, the side to finish on top of the ladder next Saturday afternoon on grand final day. It'll be absolutely huge. Dale, well, we said it before, Thompson are back in town. Belpost Hill, a little bit of a hiccup last weekend, but weren't disgraced. Came home with a rattling run. Like every preliminary final, this will be a beauty.
No doubt whatsoever, Dick. And I think Belpost still proved to themselves that they can play a pretty good brand of football out at St Albans Reserve. And in that last quarter, I think they kicked 5 goals, 5 from memory to bring a 44-point deficit back to 10 points. And they did it really without Sean Lewis playing well. Holzfind wasn't his normal self, and Robbie Kavker, I don't know whether he was actually fit for the day, but he's been a majority of the day sitting on the bench, and I think they'll need him to be up and firing for next week. They do have new 2 goals, are pretty good. As I said, Casina was probably a bloke that we wouldn't have thought kick goals. He did last week. He may be called again. Timmy Barton's a fill-in if Bennett comes back into that side that can go forward, and if you get the ball to him inside 50, he can kick goals. The other side of the deal, we've got Martin Curtis. I reckon he was in the same boat as Kavker. I don't know why he actually played. When he walked up for his warm-up before the game, he looked slower than Jason and I. And
Jeez, he must be slow.
He was. And but actually, when he got going, he was pretty good for them. Tommy Harriott was the bloke that probably impressed me more than anyone. I was a bit of not an advert for him not playing, but I just thought time had passed him by a bit. But he was just a general at centre-half back, and I think if they're going to allow him to play across that half-back line and not take him back to the goal square further where he has to use the shorter, sharp burst, then he might find that he could be very dangerous. Wallace and Maheras, as I mentioned earlier in the program, I think they're the 2 keys. They need someone to play on them that can actually knock the ball from their hands. But look, Glenn Wallace was just superb. He led up very strongly, and as his grabs were just so clean, Maheras, and then he provided just options for the players running past. Look, it's going to be a great game of football, and again, I think if the if the Belpost Hill midfield of Lewis, Holzfind, and a few of the other boys, Robbie May, that go through the middle, if they can get hold of their ball through the centre of the ground, then that'll be the winner for them. But I said 2 weeks ago that Belpost still would play East Geelong, and I don't think I'll change my thoughts at this stage.
Fair enough. Jake, it would be obviously the old cliche, great for footy if Belpost still do go through to the grand final. I guess everybody except for the Tommy Tig people are out Tommy Tig, so it would be great for Belpost still to get in and have a crack. But you think Belpost still would rather be playing Thompson or Bannockburn? Do you think Thompson might be a little bit daunting for them?
Oh, I suppose they beat him convincingly a couple of weeks ago at North Geelong, and I suppose they can take confidence from that day. But this game will probably be a lot different, and I suppose the fact that Belpost still came home with a wet sail on last weekend will probably put this game at a pretty even keel. If they'd ended up getting done by 10 goals by East Geelong last week, and we saw how good Thompson were on the weekend, I suppose a lot of people would have thought that Belpost still going to go out in straight sets, but I suppose that's not going to happen, and anything could sort of happen today, I guess, and Thompson, they'll be pretty impressed after their form last week, and I suppose if they can get everything going up again, they've had the edge over Belpost Hill in the past, apart from, I suppose, the last time they played at North Geelong. And we saw that Belpost Hill had a lot of tools in their side, and I suppose they could probably stretch that Thompson backline if they keep Barton in the side. And we saw Alois Casina as well pop up at the end of the game, and he was a mobile forward target. And if they can have those two along with the regulars like Gergic and Tar up there, and then Venner, if he's back in the side as well, they could have a lot of people rotating through that forward line, and I suppose that could prove quite difficult to contain. And we're going to get a great game of footy either way today, and I think Belpost Hill might just get over the line.
Jace, you've been calling local footy for a long time now, and you've seen the Tommy Tigers on numerous occasions make grand finals. Do you believe that this is it? Their campaign is finally tuned now, and this is just one more hurdle, and then they're in the grand final again, and here they go again.
I don't know. I think the era might be over. I just think the petrol tank might be a little bit empty. I think they've got, Dale said, Martin Curtis is struggling with a knee. Sabali Armstrong's running around. Christian Hines not 100%. I think he's pretty sore, and I just don't know whether they can come up again. I just wonder. It just worries me that they finished the way they did on Sunday against Bannockburn. Having said that, at three-quarter time on Saturday, I thought Belpo still were going to go out in straight sets. I thought they were in trouble, but they finally found something. I think they actually might have woken themselves up by the performance in the last quarter, and I think they might actually realise now that they can match it with East Geelong, who are allegedly the best team in the competition. I think the 30 minutes of footy they played on Saturday might do them the world of good for this afternoon. And I just think that with Venner back in the side, who is probably the only ruckman really that can go forward, apart from Scrobble, that can go forward and kick goals. And if they can play Tim Barton as well, I think they might. I think they might just have enough left. But look, you never underestimate or discount Thompson. Yeah. But I just wonder whether they might be running out of time, I think.
Jake, you're shaving it a bit to say something, mate.
Yeah, I was just saying, I suppose an East Geelong-Thompson grand final would be something the league would love to happen as well, because there's plenty of rivalry on there. And as Jay said, you can never write off Thompson, because every time we've done that this year, they've bounced back. And we saw on the weekend when they were still pretty wounded on the weekend, and they still managed to get the job done over a pretty good Bannockburn side. So, yeah, don't rule them out at all.
The other thing was, Dick, I reckon they got their structure right, and they played Anderton in the ruck and started in there and let him do the majority of the work. And I think probably the only change I'd probably look at making is I reckon Daniel McLaren might be a better option for them coming back to that side, a bit more mobile, hasn't played a lot of footy. But the smiling assassin, Rod Peacock, I don't know whether he's probably be the backup ruckman you really need to throw in at the depths if something does happen to be Anderton, so it could put pressure on them. That would be one move that I'd look at making, is bringing that young fellow in.
Well, needless to say, it's going to be a fantastic game on this afternoon. And, of course, preliminary final, yeah, it's like elimination final. One's got to go and one gets the chance to covet themselves in glory next Saturday afternoon in the huge GDFL Grand Final. Will it be East Geelong and Thompson, or will it be East Geelong and Belpost Hill? All will be revealed at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Of course, if you can't get out there to the game, like I didn't get out there last weekend, you can tune in to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football, from 1:30 this afternoon. And, of course, speaking of 1:30 in the afternoon, of course, next Saturday, Grand Final day, is going to be absolutely huge, an historical day. No, not hysterical, historical day. We will be absolutely having a live telecast of the GDFL Grand Final from the St Albans Reserve, and it'll be live throughout Geelong and Melbourne. And all you people that can't get out the footy, whether in a nursing home or you just don't want to get out the footy, whatever reason, you're able to sit back and watch it live. We're getting some great interviews. The Mayor of Geelong will be on, the President of the League, the participating coaches, participating presidents, and big interviews before and after the game. It'll be a fantastic and historical day for local football. We're looking forward to that from 1:30 next Saturday afternoon. Dale, you have a magnificent afternoon today, a preliminary final day.
Yeah, no, Dick, I hope to start the day well with my boys and then sit back and relax for the rest of the day and enjoy a good game of football in the seniors.
Fantastic. Jake, you have a great afternoon as well.
Yep, thanks, I will.
And Jason, we look forward to seeing you again next week.
And looking forward to seeing you at the footy this afternoon, Dick.
You better be there.
I'll be there with bells on. I'll get in there at half time and make an absolute mess of that. Don't you worry about that. Stay tuned for the local footy show, of course, up in Melbourne there with Ian Benny Bennett and Daryl Pittman. Yeah, we're back in town with them. We've sucked back up to them. So they gave us an absolute burst last week. Oh, I do love a Saturday arvo. Have a great afternoon in footy, folks. We'll see you all again next week for our live telecast and normal footy show on Saturday morning. Bye for now.
The place to catch up with friends, relax in a friendly atmosphere and enjoy great service and food. Then Buckley's can offer a fun evening that the whole family can enjoy. In our bistro you can enjoy a selection from our extensive menu, including family favourites. On those sunny days, our alfresco is the perfect setting to enjoy a meal, catch up with friends or watch your favourite sport on 2 large plasma TVs. Having a special occasion can be made easy by hiring our newly renovated function rooms. Buckley's, a venue of class that provides all your entertainment and function needs.